Hey everybody, Steven here, and today a new office chair. This one is from EazeeChair. The company reached out to me, asked if I would be interested in reviewing one of their chairs, and I said yes because I actually need another one for the office here. So I've been using the autonomous chairs here, and I have two of them. I really like them. They do have a steeper price tag. I do like their aesthetics, and with this, very similar aesthetics. The price tag, kind of comparable, maybe a little bit less, especially right now with the discount codes. I will make sure all of that is in the description, and then I will talk about that a little bit more later on in the video. But this is the S5 chair here, and so I just like the fact that they have other brands out there, similar aesthetics, so you're not just stuck with autonomous. Before we go further in this video, because there may be questions on it, the camera hit me right in the nose. So if you're wondering what that is right there, had a little bit of an accident, unfortunately. I'm okay, but just kind of the pitfalls of being a content creator sometimes. The lens actually cracked me in the nose. But the way this is gonna go, I'm going to build this chair. They say it takes about 20 minutes to actually make one of these. I assume it's very similar to actually making the autonomous chair here. And then I'll talk about, after I've used it for a day or two, kind of the good and the bad with it. My hope with this specifically is that it has better lumbar support. The autonomous chairs are decent, but I do hope that this has better support. It looks like it on their website, just from the pictures. And I'm hoping the cushion is a little bit better. That was kind of my main complaint with both of the autonomous chairs that I have, is that this cushion, it's okay, but it could be better considering the price tag with this. So we're gonna get this thing unboxed. I'm going to kind of showcase like a time lapse of me making it, and then the rest of the video I'm gonna make sure that I really just showcase a video of the chair, because that's really what you guys want to see. I'll talk about my experience with it, the good, if there's any downside to this, any bad with this, and then we'll wrap everything up, and I'll cover the codes and all of that at that point, because there's like a 5, 10, and 15% off code that you can use right now for Black Friday, depending on how much you actually spend. But before we get to that, let's get this thing unboxed and set up. So now that I've spent the past couple days with the S5, I'm happy to say my initial impression is very good. Getting the S5 chair set up took me about 23 minutes total, and the instructions and packaging were slightly easier to deal with than my two autonomous chairs, which was nice. Before I get into the good and bad here though, let's talk about the specs. I won't cover everything, but I'll have the images off the website pop up right now so you can see the dimensions. The handful of things I do want to specifically point out here though are the weight limit, which is 300 pounds, the chair weight, which is 45.2 pounds, and the height adjustment, which is 16.5 inches at the lowest setting and 19.5 at its highest setting. For the adjustments, the chair has total height, back reclinement, which you can set to be locked or unlocked, seat depth, lumbar support adjustment height, armrest height, width, and front to back adjustment. So now let's get into the things I really like about this chair. In terms of comfort, this has the best lumbar support out of the many office chairs I've used. I typically end up getting a lumbar support or regular pillow to help my lumbar spine, but this has the exact support I've been wanting out of a chair, and the height adjustment for it makes it even easier to use. The aesthetics are really nice here also, and the build quality feels great. This has the clean lines I love with the chair, making it suitable for the office or a gaming setup. All of the adjustments with the chair work great and give that next level of control for your personal preferences. And I've had no issues with those, so in terms of rolling this around on my carpet, there hasn't been any issues there. In terms of making any of the adjustments, it hasn't had any areas where it gets stuck or it just doesn't work. Everything has worked perfectly fine with this so far, which has been great. Now onto the bad, and for that I only have two. The first is the cushion, which is about the same as my autonomous chairs, which it's not horrible, but it just could be better. I think the high density foam for the base and a memory foam topper on it would be much better, or at least the option to buy a version like that. I know you can always just put a cushion on top of this, but for the price I'd like the option to have it the way I prefer. So sitting in it is just fine, but for longer work or play times this may start to feel uncomfortable. The cushion does break in over time, so it will feel better, as I found with my autonomous chair. It's just one of those things you gotta kind of put the time in with it. And the last thing is the height, which I wish would go about 1 to 2 inches higher. It's only half an inch shorter than both of my autonomous chairs, but the extra height would make it a more comfortable position for my legs. I'm not extremely tall at 6 foot, so if you're much taller than I am, that might be a potential issue for you. And that's actually going to be it for the negatives I found here, and I don't think they will be deal breakers for most people unless you are extremely tall and or have issues with sitting on some rigid surfaces. Keep in mind the weight limit of the 300 pounds here also. So hopefully this helps you make an informed purchasing decision when it comes to this chair. And now we have the Black Friday codes, which if you're listening to this and it's past Black Friday, this will be a downside for you as well, as the codes won't be available that long. I'll try to get some codes updated in the description if they have any for New Year's or Christmas. But for this, we have the Black Friday. And so we have spend $200 or more and get 5% off. That code is Friday5. Spend $300 or more, get 10% off, that is Friday 10. Spend $400 or more, get 15% off, and that is Friday 15. Those are all caps with that. As for comparing this directly to the autonomous chairs I have, I will actually be saving that for a separate video, but I will say these are just as good and even slightly better in certain areas like the lumbar support than my autonomous chairs. The price tag here at $359 for its normal price is a bit steep in my opinion for a chair, even though this is definitely a quality product, but Autonomous has actually raised their prices. So what was $369 for my Ergo 2 chair, which they now actually call their Ergo Pro chair, is now $499, making this a much better deal in my opinion. If you have any questions about this chair, let me know in the comment section. If you liked the video, hit the like button for me. If you want to continue to follow along with all my content, hit the subscribe button for me. And as always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.